Hello everybody, how are you all? So, today we are going to study lesson number 7, packing from Beehive. We start our second session, second term session. So, we begin with the lesson packing, written by Jerome K. Jerome. Do you know about Jerome K. Jerome? He is a very prolific writer and he has written a story, Three Men in a Boat. And if you read that novel, it is such a funny story. You will just enjoy reading that novel, I mean to say. And this is one extract which is being taken from that novel, Three Men in a Boat. And Jerome K. Jerome is one of the characters here. And here you are seeing a wonderful picture of packing, no? So, how many of you like to go for a trip? Which type of trip do you enjoy? Aeroplane, train, or boat? I love trains because you get time to relax there. You lie down, take a book, read some storybooks, read some novel, and enjoy your time. And today, mobile is there for entertaining. So, but your generation would like to travel on an aeroplane. I know that, isn't it? Am I right? So, one more thing is that when you are going for a trip, you have to do a lot of packing. After coming from a trip, you have to unpack everything and keep it in the right place. So, these two things are very, very boring according to me. Why? Because arranging the things, taking out the things, assembling it, then packing it, and then when you pack it, you don't get your things in the right place, you get irritated. And when you are coming from the journey, when you're returning from the journey, and when you have to keep the things in its right place, oh no, it's a very boring task. And washing clothes, oh my God, it's very, very boring. So, enjoying a journey, going somewhere is a very nice thing, but packing and unpacking is very, very boring task according to me. And here you would find the same interesting fact here. Jerome K. Jerome is a very funny writer. His every sentence creates a lot of fun, and if you are laughing for any reason, it's very good for health, So, I would like to suggest you that please read this novel. You will love to read the novel. It is such a funny novel. So, let's start with this chapter, packing. So, packing in this story, there are three friends, Jerome K. Jerome, George, and Harris. They are three friends. Jerome was undergoing a little bit of work stress, and that work stress was actually making him a little sick. So he was not remaining well. So his doctor suggested him that you go for an outing somewhere because you need a little outing, and then with that outing you will become all right. So he took the company of his friends and planned to go for a journey. So I would not like to elaborate so much because my time span is less. So let me start, just give you the important notes of the lesson, that the narrator Jerome boasts of being a master packer. The narrator was going on a trip with his friend George and Harris, as I said you earlier. He himself decided to pack. The two accepted his offer and relaxed while he packed the bag. And when two friends are sitting and relaxing and one is packing, how irritating that will be. So, Jerome's real intention was to supervise his friends in packing. He wanted to teach his friends how to pack. However, they misinterpreted him, and as a result, narrator had to do the packing. Narrator is who? As I said, Jerome. So, he was only very good at speaking, but not good at practically working. Everybody is a Raja and Maharaja while speaking, isn't it? You may point out your teacher too. So, Hafazat packing by the narrator. The narrator started packing and it took a bit longer time than he had expected. He packed the bag but forgot to put the books inside. So he had to reopen the bag and put them. Sorry, it is boots, not books. So he forgot whether he had put his toothbrush in the bag or not. So he had to open the bag and the bag again and empty its content. He put the content back in the bag by shaking them one by one and found his toothbrush inside the boot. So he had to reopen again as he had forgotten his spectacles. So this is all irritating things that takes place while packing. Many people, when they do their packing, they keep everything right in front of them and they arrange it very nicely. But this man was a very forgetful man, so he was making a number of mistakes while packing. But he was boasting of himself that he is a master in packing. So let us see how this man was a master in packing. I am explaining the lesson in an elaborating manner. So let's begin in an elaborative manner. Explanation of the lesson. The writer Jerome likes to advise others while packing luggage for trips. The three friends were going for an outing just to refresh their minds out of the humdrum, boring and monotonous affairs of life. Due to excitement, Jerome announced that he would do the packing. But he actually meant that when he said that he would do the packing, he actually meant that he would instruct them while packing. But they mistook him and they said that, okay, no problem, we will sit, you do the packing. And when this George and Harris sat in a comfortable manner, Jerome got irritated. He got angry, he got wild with anger that he did not mean to say this. Okay, no problem. As he was a master packer, he said that he would do it. So, by saying that he would pack, the writer did not mean that his friends would sit and relax while he would do all the work. Who would enjoy doing that? So, he had meant that he would boss upon them while they would all do the chores. While they would do the packing, he would instruct them, he would nag them, he would curse them, no, not this way, that way. So he would instruct them, but all the things went ulta pulta. He would chip in to sort out the mess and that they would create. He was irritated to see them sitting while he did all the work. Naturally, it is obvious when you would sit nicely and watch your mobile and your mother is busy packing for the trip, she gets angry or not? Does she not scold you? You sit nicely, I will do everything. Like that only, he was also feeling the same. He recollects. You will note over here that Jerome is trying to connect one or the other funny incident with every action that is taking place with him, if you read the novel. So, here in the packing part, again he is reminded of a man who had come to his house and he would sit lazily on the sofa all through the day and would watch the writer do all the work. the man would say that he enjoyed watching him going around and doing the work. And this would make the writer very angry. And the writer adds that he could not sit idle and watch others working like slaves. On the other hand, he liked to check their work, walk around with his hands in his pocket and direct them on how to do the work properly. He feels it that if he was energetic, it was his part of nature to behave in that manner. So this type of behavior, he is reminded of a man who had come to his house once. So the writer did not say anything to his friend and he started packing. As he closed it, Harris said, "Hey, you have forgotten to pack the boots." The writer felt that Harris could have reminded him before. He had closed the bag and then he is reminding him. Harris was also no less. He wanted to irritate him. He wanted to show him that you don't think yourself to be very smart. You are also like us. So he got angry that why he did not remind him earlier. He had packed and strapped it and then he is reminding. Still, he kept quiet. He did not say anything. He said that Harris was like that irritating character. This was followed by an irritating laughter by George. So, when your friends laugh at you, do you feel nice? Don't you feel like giving a blow on their face and shutting their mouth? So same was the feeling coming to Jerome when Harris was poking fun at him and George was laughing at him. Jerome opened the bag to keep the boots in it. As he was about to close it, he was struck by a strange thought. Oh no, what is that thought? Thought was, had he kept the toothbrush or not? He says that he never remembers if he has packed the toothbrush or not. Jerome adds that while traveling, he always messes up with carrying his toothbrush. He has a nightmare of not having packed it and wakes up at night with sweats. There are some people who don't start their day without brushing their teeth, and he was among them. So he was very incomplete without his toothbrush. So at night he used to wake up and see that, oh, my toothbrush I have forgotten to pack. I have to go and pack it first. So he would go and pack the toothbrush. But he forgets that again in the morning he needs to brush his teeth or not. So he would unpack the bag, take out the toothbrush, use it, and then again keep it there in the bathroom. And while going on the trip, while leaving the house, he would again return back to the house to bring the toothbrush. Oh, and just imagine where this man keeps the toothbrush? In his pocket, rolled with a handkerchief and back to his pocket. So he unpacks the bag to get the brush and uses it. As it is the last thing that comes out of the bag and he has repacked the bag, he forgets packing it again. At the last moment, he again rushes to his room to get the brush, and finally he wraps it with a handkerchief and keeps it in his pocket and goes to the railway station. So this is an incident which he is again relating it and telling it to you. This is not the activity which he has done it now. He is packing and he is remembering that he has forgotten to pack his toothbrush. So, as Jerome was looking for his toothbrush in his bag, He had to again take out everything. He could not find his toothbrush. Again he created full mess. All the things that were arranged and kept very nicely, he again created a mess and found that he is finding George's brush, he is finding Harris' brush, but he is not finding his own. So he kept everything back into the bag one by one, shaking each item, and finally, where he finds his brush? Inside the boot. Then once again he packed the bag. So just imagine how irritating it is when you are again packing it, unpacking it, and again packing it. Now when he closed the bag, George is again, with a taunting remark, asks if he had kept the soap or not inside. Jerome was very irritated. He replied that he wasn't concerned if it was there or not. He closed the lid, strapped the bag, and then he realized, had he packed his spectacles or not? Oh no. He had to open it again, and finally the bag was closed at 10:05 p.m. Then they had to pack the food basket also. Harris said that as there were only 12 hours left to leave. So he said, okay, you have packed the bag, enough. We will pack the food basket. No. He was knowing that if Jerome packs the food basket also, then to, you know, no, how his face will become. So Jerome agreed, and he said that, oh, very nice, you pack the food basket, I have no problem. So now when those two friends started packing the food basket, Jerome agreed to take his turn for some rest while the friends packed the baskets. George and Harris started packing the hampers in a very happy mood. He wanted to show Jerome that he could pack well. They could pack well. Jerome waited for them to create a mess because he knew very well that Harris was the worst packer in the world. Jerome looked at the piles of the plates, cups, kettles and bottles, the jars, pies, cakes and tomatoes. He was knowing that they are worst packers, and then they will keep all the soft things down and the heavy things up, and everything will become a hodgepodge. He thought that as the boys would mess up, it would be a very interesting thing to watch. Now, what is the rest of the interesting thing? You will come to know in the next module. Till then, bye. Thank you.